Good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to Tuesday. Apologies, I'm a right old scruff bag this morning, but I went out for a run first thing. I jumped in the shower, then I realised the time. It was 10:15 and I had a video call with Mr. Tooney, Mr. Barfoot, Mr. Webster and Mr. McGee, which went on for longer than I anticipated. And I thought, just finished it, and I thought, blimey, I really need to get a move on and get the video done. Hence, I'm not looking my best. So apologies, but I prioritise getting this video out at a sensible time rather than my attire. So there we have it. Right, going to get straight into it. Use yesterday's good quality notes, and I am anticipating, I'm hoping, I'm willing that they were good quality. Use yesterday's notes, so we do these 10 questions. Best of luck. Right, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, what's 720? Obviously, 50% is a half. So, what's half of 720? So, there's my 720. Well, what's half of 700? Half of 700 is 350. Half of 20 is 10. So, the answer is 360. Now, if you were unsure about how to do that, you could have done bus stop method to divide it by 2. Okay, 2s and 7 goes 3, 2s and 12 goes 6, 2s and 0 goes 0. Okay, so it was just dividing by 2 because it was finding a half. Okay, as you can see, I've gone up in the world. I've got a pen that works and a blue pen that works. Happy days. Right, question 2. Round 25894, 25894, 25,894 to the nearest hundred. So where are my hundreds? There are my hundreds. Okay, so with my hundreds column, is my hundreds closer to 25,800 or 25,900? Well, it's 894, which is closer to 25,900. Remember the other way of doing that? There my hundreds is followed by 9, which means this would round up. Okay? Remember, anything else becomes zeros. So the answer is 25,900. Round 2.844, 2.844 to, what's I wanted to one decimal place. So there's my decimal point, there's my first decimal point, decimal place. It's followed by a 4. Remember, with your notes, a 5 or higher, okay, means it rounds up. A 4 or lower means you round down. This is a 4, okay, so it doesn't round down, it stays the same. Okay, it stays the same. It's a 4. So it means that this one stays the same. Okay? This determines what this one does. The answer is 2.8. The other thing is 844 placed closer to 800 or 900. It's closer to 800. But I don't need these in here, so it only wants one. Okay, it only wants one decimal place. Work out 30 minus 4 times 2. 30 minus 4 times 2. So, big maths, I do multiply before I do subtract. So, equals 30 minus 4 times 2 is 8. 30 minus 8 is 22. Okay, so in green, the notes you're making are brackets, indices, divide and multiply, add and subtract. You do them in that order. Okay, don't be a Colin. Okay, list the first 8 prime numbers. Really, really important you know your prime numbers because they're the gateway to more difficult questions. So a prime number is a number that only has 2 factors, one in itself. Okay, so in green, make the following notes. 2 is the first prime number. Okay, The great thing about 2, the special thing about the number 2, It's the only even prime number. Okay, so in green, if you weren't sure about prime numbers, you need to know the following things. 2 is the first prime number. Okay, 2 is the only even prime number. Any even number we get to after 2, we know is not prime. Okay, so 2 is the first prime number. A prime number has 2 factors, 1 in itself. So the only way we can make 2 is by doing 1 times 2. It has 2 factors. Okay, so 2 is a prime number. Okay, 1 isn't. We don't start with 1 because 1 only has 1 factor, 1. 3. Is 3 a prime number? How do we make 3? The only way we can make 3 is by doing 1 times 3. So 3 is a prime number. 4. Is 4 a prime number? How can we make 4? We can make 4 by doing 1 times 4. And we can make it by doing 2 times 2. So 4 is not a prime number because it has 1, 2, 3 factors. Remember, prime numbers only have 2 factors, 1 and itself. 1 and itself. So 5. Only way we can make 5 is by doing 1 times 5. It has 2 factors, 1 and itself. Okay? So 2 is the first prime number. I mean, you've got 3, 5, 7. No, notice I didn't even consider 6. Why didn't I even consider 6? Because it's even. 7, 8. We know 8 isn't prime because it's even. So 9. 9 is one people sometimes get wrong. They think, oh yeah, 1 and 9. 3 goes into it, doesn't it? Has 3 factors. It's not prime. So we've got 2, 3, 5, 7. 11. 12. No, because it's even. Good. 13. 14. No, because it's even. 15. No, because 1 times 15, 3 times 5. What did it want? It wanted, how many did it want? It wanted the first 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 15, no. 17, yes. 19, yes. 21, no, because you can do 3 times 7. 23, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there we go. Only wanted those ones. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Okay, so in green, hopefully, if that was, it was quick. So if you don't know your primes, okay, pause that video, go back and make the notes I told you to make. It's really, really, really important that we know prime numbers. Okay, if I'm saying to you, what is 42 as a product of its prime factors, you can't access that question if you know what prime numbers are. Okay, so you must know your primes. Work out 67 times 20. 67 times 20. So I'm going to do this 2 ways. I'm going to do it the Mr. Birch kind of common sense way. 67 times 10. 67 times 10. 670. 670. Add those together, you get 1,340. 600 and 600 is 1,200. 1770 is 140. 1,200 and 140 is 1,340. Okay? So common sense, basic, your 10 times table, number bonds there, easy. The other way you could do that, of course, is 67 times 20. So multiply, so we've just used our tried and trusted method. You can do it that way as well. You get 1,340. Okay, what's next? Simplify the ratio 14 to 35. 14 to 35. Now, if you're good at times tables, you see 14, well, first off, let's go back one step actually. Simplify means you want to get this in its simplest form, okay? But whatever you divide this side by, you have to divide this side by. So you need to find a common factor, okay? You should know what factors are. I did them yesterday. And I just spoke about factors in an earlier question as well, actually, in the prime number one. So, 14 and 35. As I say, if you're good at times tables, I can look at that and say, well, I know 7 goes into both of those. I can't half them, can I? I can half this one, but I can't half 35 because it's odd. But I do know that 7 goes into both. How many 7s go into 14? 2. How many 7s go into 35? 5. Okay, so the answer is 2 to 5. So you're presenting it in its simplest form. Okay, if you've been in any of my classes, you know I'm really, really passionate about times tables, and there's one single thing you can do to make you better and more confident at maths. It's times tables. Download an app, spend 5 or 10 minutes a day on times tables, trying to beat your previous scores. You'll be amazed at how much it helps you in lessons. Right, simplify the ratio down at 1. What will be the time 20 minutes after 3:50? So it's 3:50, and I want to move forward 20 minutes. So 3:50, I'm going to add 20 minutes onto that. So I always like to get to the hour. So to get to 4 o'clock, I need to add 10 minutes. Okay, so if I add 10 of these minutes to that, I get to 4 o'clock, but I've still got 10 minutes to add. Okay, so which means the answer is going to be 10 past 4. Common sense, should not be getting that wrong. Okay, if you can't tell the time, you need to have a word with your parents, because that is an absolute shocker. If you can't tell the time, that's your lockdown target, it's your lockdown challenge, okay? Learn to tell the time. Right, work out 1.34 times 1,000. 1.34 times 1,000. Well, if it was 1 times 1,000, the answer would be 1,000. So the answer clearly has to be 1,340. Okay? The other way of doing that, timesing by 1,000 means you move 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros. Remember, when you times by 10, you move 1 decimal place. When you times by 100, you move 2 decimal places. When you times by 1,000, you move 3 decimal places. Look, move 1 decimal place, there's 1 0. Times by 100, move 2 decimal places because there's 2 zeros. Times by 1,000, you move 3 decimal places because there's 3 zeros. So move 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3. 1,340. If you're really stuck, you can do 1.34 times 1,000. Okay? Even do it like that if you wanted. You shouldn't need to though. Okay? Once again, if you can't times any number by 10, 100 or 1,000, then you need to sit down with mum and dad and practice that. Okay? That's a real basic number bonds. There's actually no maths involved. It's just about moving decimal points. Expand. But what I will guarantee is that if you kind of get your head around that, just like times tables, maths will become a lot easier. Expand. 6 bracket 2x and 4. 6 bracket, yeah, perfect. So expand, we know means multiply. Multiply what's outside by what's inside. Okay, so in green, expand means multiply. Multiply what's outside by what's inside. 6 times 2x is 12x. 6 times 4 is positive 24. 12x add 24. Done. Okay. Hoping that went well. Do watch the video again, or at least watch the questions again that you were maybe a little bit unsure about, or the ones you got wrong. Okay. Make good quality notes. If you're still not sure how I've done something, you must ask your parents or sibling, an older sibling or younger sibling if they're particularly good at maths, to come and help you to explain it. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your day.